morning. I'm Alan Joines, Mayor of Winston-Salem, and it's my very distinct pleasure to, along with Mayor Pro Tem Adams and members of the City Council, to welcome you here this morning for the 2022 unveiling of the Arts and Entertainment Walk of Fame. Back in 2015, we began discussions about this right after the 5 Royals were inducted into the National Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Mayor Pro Tem Adams and I talked about this and came up with an idea for creating our own Walk of Fame, submitted that to the City Council, and in 2015 the Council did approve that. We also created a nominating committee and a committee to review the applications for this. And over that period of time, beginning in 2016, we've had a number of classes that we have inducted into the Hall of Fame. It's a great event, and it gives us an opportunity to recognize perpetually these individuals who have made a huge impact on not only Winston-Salem's culture and entertainment fabric, but also national in many ways. So today we're here to recognize 4 individuals, and the members of the family are here, and we look forward to that. We'll get started in just a moment with some videos, but first may I ask our Mayor Pro Tem, Denise Adams, to come forward with some comments, and then we have Councilmember Kevin Mundy, Councilmember Barbara Burke, Councilmember Annette Scipio, and Councilmember John Larson. If any of you all would like to add comments, please feel free.
Thanks, Nick. Good morning. Good morning. Old folks say, long time no see. It's so good to be back here again after 3 years. I say we all blessed. I just know that as the city of Winston-Salem that I can feel the excitement and the electricity, Jackie, in the air. And I was telling them I think I'm going to have to make up my famous Bahama punch to give me even more juice for the week. I'll call that my gasoline, but it doesn't cost as much. As the mayor said, we received a call from the Pauling family when they were getting ready to get inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And, you know, like we said, the council, we were like, wait a minute, we got celebrities, and not just the 5 Royals, but celebrities all over Winston that have contributed to what our city is and what it's becoming and what it will be. So with that, I'm not going to tarry, as they say, because the week is just now kicking off with this. And that's another thing that we did. We found out when we did it the first year that it worked really well partnering up against the National Black Theater Festival because we're recognizing people that have done things in art and culture. And so it works. So again, I want to welcome each and every one of you here today. I want to thank the family of the honorees for their contributions and your support to them in order that they were able to do what they did for our city when they did it. Thank you so much.
I want to miss the opportunity to say that as a historian, what we remember is what we value. And if we don't remember it, then we don't value it. And so in this particular case, we are taking an opportunity to put in place something to remind not only ourselves but generations to come what the cultural depth of this community is. And it's amazing when you think about it, the talent that we have. We're not called Arts and Innovation for nothing, obviously. And this is the arts part of it, and I'm very proud to be part of that process now and celebrating our past and celebrating our talent. So thank you for coming out today.
Thank you, Councilmember Larson. What we're going to do now is begin, and we'll show a video of the honoree, and then what I'm going to do after the video ends, I'm going to ask members of the family to stand so we could recognize you individually before we go outside there. So we may have the first video, please.
Winston-Salem native Howell Binkley parlayed a high school fascination with live theater into a distinguished career as one of the preeminent lighting designers on Broadway. Binkley's string of Broadway successes began with the 1993 production of Kiss of the Spider-Woman. He was nominated for a Tony Award and won a Laurence Olivier Award for Best Lighting Design in the London production. He would go on to be nominated for a Tony Award 9 times, and he won twice for Jersey Boys in 2006 and Hamilton in 2015. He also created the lighting design for many other notable productions, including Avenue Q, The Full Monty, In the Heights, A Bronx Tale, Memphis, and After Midnight. During his career, Binkley also won a second Laurence Olivier Award, 5 Helen Hayes Awards, 2 Henry Hughes Awards, the Dora Mayer Moore Award, and an NAACP Award. Binkley returned to Winston-Salem yearly to lead classes in lighting design at the UNC School of the Arts. At the time of his death in 2020, Binkley had more than 50 Broadway credits. He also worked extensively in regional theater. Binkley also collaborated with choreographer David Parsons in co-founding Parsons Dance, an international touring dance company. Binkley worked with the company for decades. Lighting designer, Howell Binkley.
I ask members of the Binkley family to stand, please. There we go. And friends. That's so impressive. Thank you. May we have the next video, please.
George Hamilton IV is a Winston-Salem native who rose to national and international fame as a country music recording artist. Hamilton began his recording career in 1956 while a freshman at UNC Chapel Hill. That first record became ABC Paramount Records' first million-selling hit record.
This rose and a baby Ruth.
It led to appearances on television shows hosted by Jimmy Dean, Dick Clark, Arthur Godfrey, and Perry Como. Hamilton went on to host a number of television music variety shows himself in the United States, England, and Canada. Hamilton's international appeal led the State Department to invite him in 1974 to be the first country music singer to perform behind the Iron Curtain. Hamilton continued to tour across the globe for more than 30 years, performing in 21 countries on 5 continents. His worldwide popularity led his peers to call him the International Ambassador of Country Music. In a world of walls, he often said, music builds bridges. In 1960, Hamilton became a member of the Grand Ole Opry. He remained a member for 54 years, making his final performance just 11 days before his death on September 17, 2014. Over his 58-year music career, Hamilton released 40 albums and 63 singles. He was honored with Grammy, CMA, and Dove Awards and was inducted into the North Carolina Hall of Fame, the North Carolina Music Hall of Fame, and the Blue Ridge Music Hall of Fame. In 2016, the North Carolina Department of Transportation named the Salem Parkway Bridge over US 52 in his honor. Singer George Hamilton IV.
Members of the family, would you please stand? Anyone here? There we go. Thank you. Have the next video, please.
Sylvia Sprinkle-Hamlin married into theater and took it to new heights in Winston-Salem as the executive producer of the National Black Theater Festival and the board chair of the North Carolina Black Repertory Company. Her involvement with the North Carolina Black Repertory Company started in 1983 when she became the secretary of the company. Her husband, Larry Leon Hamlin, had started the company 4 years earlier. It was a part-time duty fitted around her full-time job with the Forsyth County Public Library. Sprinkle-Hamlin would work for the library for 40 years, becoming in 2000 the first African-American and first woman to serve as library director. Throughout her career with the library, Sprinkle-Hamlin stayed active with the Black Rep Company.
Marv-tastic, if you will, day in the history of Black theater in America.
Her involvement expanded when her husband established the National Black Theater Festival in 1989 to showcase the top Black theater companies across the United States and abroad. Sprinkle-Hamlin joined the festival's board of directors in 1991. In 2007, after her husband's premature death, she took over as the festival's executive producer. Under her stewardship, the National Black Theater Festival reached new heights of popularity. In recognition of her achievements, the festival board recently created the 2022 Sylvia Sprinkle-Hamlin Rolling World Premiere Award. The award encourages Black theater companies to work together to nurture the next generation of great African American playwrights. Theater producer, Sylvia Sprinkle-Hamlin.
Over to the family, friends, please stand. Thank you. Obviously, we'll be remembering Sylvia all week as we go through the festival here. And we have the final video, please.
Anne Kesler Shields was a trailblazer for women artists in the South. She maintained an active art career from her early 20s until her death, and came to be regarded as Winston-Salem's most accomplished living native-born artist. Shields' work spanned 60 years across a multitude of genres, reflecting her rich life experiences as well as a willingness to challenge herself. Although her art studies took her to Maine and Massachusetts, Shields remained rooted in Winston-Salem. Here, she raised a family while exploring new approaches to art. Her professional interests moved over the years from abstract landscapes to geometric paintings and prints, and then to a long period of portraits. In her later years, Shields worked in collages. She juxtaposed classical works with images from current events in pop culture to create sharply observed commentaries on the timeless aspects of human nature. Art critic Tom Patterson said of Shields, "She's wholly without peer as an artist for her generation in North Carolina." The arts community in Winston-Salem benefited from Shields' broadening horizons. In 1956, she joined with other Winston-Salem artists to arrange a group exhibition that led to the establishment of Associated Artists of Winston-Salem. Later, she joined with artists and art patrons to establish the Winston-Salem Gallery of Fine Art. The organization grew to become the Southeastern Center for Contemporary Art. Shields' work is in the permanent collections of the North Carolina Museum of Art, the Mint Museum in Charlotte, the Cameron Museum of Art in Wilmington, Cornell University, and the Haynes Gallery at Wake Forest University. Artist Anne Kesler Shields.
The family, would you like members of the family, please stand. I think it goes without saying, we are so fortunate in Winston-Salem to have this level of talent and culture in our community. I'm neglected to recognize Chase Law, the president of the Arts Council of Winston-Salem, and Catherine Hall as well. So thank you for being with us today as well. So What I'd like to do, if you would, allow the families, if you would like to move on out to the area just outside here where we'll do the unveiling, and then we will join you all out there in just a second for the official unveiling.
Okay, and so now we're going to unveil the medallion for Howell Binkley, legging designer extraordinaire on 1, 3, 2, 1, go. Now we will unveil the medallion for George Hamilton IV. 3, 2, 1. George Hamilton IV, country music recording artist extraordinaire. And we'll get ready to unveil the medallion for Sylvia Sprinkle-Hamlin. 3, 2, 1. Sylvia Sprinkle-Hamlin, spirit producer, heart and soul of the national exhibition. And here's the medallion for Anne Kesler Shields. 3, 2, 1. Anne Kesler Shields, trailblazer among women artists here in Winston-Salem. And that is the 2022 inductees to the Winston-Salem